Hey, what up guys? So we're back with another Mass Effect lore video. If you're new channel, welcome. Last time we checked out the Protheans and it was a really great video, but now we're going to be moving on to the Keepers. Now, the first time I ever saw the Keepers, I don't know, they didn't really, they don't say anything and at the time, they didn't really do much. They were just like put at a console, so I thought, this is just one hell of an NPC. But apparently they have one of the most important duties to the Citadel. They're in charge of maintaining it and creating it and repairing it and all that. So I did not know they had such a big role when it came to the Citadel. Now this is a really short video, but oh, before I forget, shout out to Meta Nerds Lore for the video. And if you guys haven't already, make sure to go check out his channel and see what kind of videos he has. He does not just do Mass Effect, he also does Star Wars, and I'm pretty sure he does Warhammer 40k as well. But make sure to just go check out his channel, because so far he's been my source of information when it came to Mass Effect lore and some of the other excuse me, some of the other Star Wars videos that I watched, like the Mandalorian's history, and also soon I'll be watching the ancient Sith lore history. So I'm really excited to see what the Keepers are all about. Maybe there'll be things that I don't know. Well, I mean, there's a lot of things I don't know about the Keepers, but maybe Meta Nerds lore will be able to answer those questions. So without anything else, let's jump right into the video.
Little is known about these peaceful servants of the Citadel, though they are essential to the operation and maintenance of the entire station.
Why are you so interested in the Keepers?
Keepers? I've got no interest in the
Oh
Keepers.
yeah, I remember
Don't
this
get
side
coy.
mission.
I know what I saw.
What's up, Meta Nerds? This video will be a complete breakdown on the Keeper species, those odd little bugs that keep the Citadel working, even if for a nefarious reason. Let's jump right into it with their biology. They look like a mix of oversized aphids crossed with a praying mantis. Any serious details about their biology have remained a mystery. Any attempt to detain or examine a Keeper results in the creature initiating a rapid self-destruct process, releasing an internal acidic substance, which causes it to dissolve into a mix of protein and minerals in just a few seconds, thwarting any in-depth research efforts. Given this swift self-destruct feature, evading detailed scans or studies.
We ask that you do not interfere with them in any way. The Keepers are essential to the smooth operation of the Citadel. Obstructing their daily work will result in harsh penalties, including incarceration and rehabilitation.
Interacting with them has been deemed illegal by the Council, carrying a penalty of imprisonment, primarily due to the Keeper's indispensable role in maintaining the Citadel.
Technically, we're not supposed to disturb the Keepers. I don't really think my scanning disturbs them, but the authorities might disagree. I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really worth getting arrested over.
I could help you out. I'm not worried about the authorities.
Interestingly, regardless of how they die, whether due to age, violence, or mishap, their population remains stable. The origin of new Keepers remains undiscovered, leading to theories suggesting that they might be genetically engineered entities, possibly birthed deep in the unreachable heart of the Citadel.
The Keepers do not communicate with other species. It is assumed, however, that the tower houses the Citadel's primary control systems. Many of the station's systems, such as navigation and life support, function automatically. It is believed the Keepers operate those systems from inside the tower's inaccessible core.
Though seemingly silent in ways recognizable to other species, some scientific circles within the Citadel theorize that Keepers might use telepathic imagery for communication amongst themselves. The inorganic elements of their bodies, particularly the components on their backs coupled with an antenna, are believed to possibly synchronize their activities with the Citadel's functions. And the only discernible sounds they produce are insect-like chirps, bearing no semblance to conventional language.
I don't remember hearing the Oh, I thought that was the terminal.
No attempts by alien researchers who study countless other races and have access to powerful AI models cannot figure out what these chirps mean, point to it really not being a language, maybe just some odd product of their biology, like a person might cough or grunt. Or it's proof of a theory I'll touch on in a bit, that they are so ancient and alien of a species that their language is utterly unlike anything that exists in the galaxy today. Their secret nature is further highlighted by their inexplicable activities. They engage in perplexing tasks, like reconfiguring office spaces and even altering the very architecture of the wards. Doing it all silently and efficiently, never even acknowledging those around them. Immersed within their tasks, they appear unaffected by the vibrant energy and daily activity of the Citadel.
The Keepers also make frequent appearances in the Council chamber itself, though they appear to be just passing through on their way to some other destination.
While scientists and those affected by their unannounced modifications may take keen interest
they're good at
in
what
their
they do.
doings, for most of the Citadel's inhabitants, the Keepers became almost invisible, fading into the backdrop of daily life shortly after one's arrival. Beyond their upkeep roles, the Keepers have been observed managing protein vats, which can be used to repurpose biomass. What they do with these vats and the underlying purpose they serve remains a mystery to all.
Oh
They've
yeah, I
been part
remember
of the
this.
Citadel's
At the end.
ecosystem even before any known races established a presence there. When the Asari first stumbled upon the majestic citadel in 580 BCE, they were met not with emptiness, but with the quiet diligence of the Keepers. These beings, without hesitation, worked in tandem with the Asari, facilitating their settlement within the station. Observers at the time likened the Keepers' actions to those of an attendant caught off guard by the unexpected return of their master, as they were scurrying around, hurriedly ensuring that everything was in place. Their silent dedication to the upkeep of the citadel continued, seemingly unchanged from time immemorial. Many surmise that this behavior dates back to the time the Protheans departed the citadel, and that they may be the ones that left behind these odd caretakers. Thoroughly intrigued by the mysteries they represented, two enterprising scientists, Chorban and Jalid, were dedicated to unlocking the secrets of the Keepers. Equipped with a specially designed new scanner that could not be detected by the creatures, they began their covert research. While their studies were only in the nascent stages, preliminary data hinted at a
Unfortunately, I didn't
staggering
complete that
revelation.
mission.
The duo began to theorize that the Keeper's existence might span back as far as the Citadel itself, suggesting an ancient and intertwined history between the two.
You see, we stole some research from our work to make the scanners. We were supposed to work together. I get the data, he analyzes it.
What's so special about that?
The Keepers are almost impossible to scan, and you can't capture them or get samples. They just self-destruct. After centuries here, we still don't know anything about them. Don't you see? We were the first to scan them, ever.
And the more you pull on this thread, we find the history of the Citadel and its silent caretakers unraveled a deeper and far darker secret than anyone expected. These mysterious entities, long believed to be relics from the time of the Protheans, were unfathomably older than our friends from the previous cycle. And researchers were shocked to find that the Keepers played a central role in the Grim Reaper cycle of genocide, which was triggered when a civilization reaches a certain pinnacle of advancement. Vigil, an ancient Prothean construct, provided startling insights into the Keepers' lineage. They were probably an original species, perhaps the very first one that the Reapers either fashioned, subjugated, or brainwashed. Just like we saw the Reapers change some Protheans into the Collectors, this may have first been done with the original Keepers. Regardless of their genesis, the Keepers were subsequently hardwired for a single, ominous role: to maintain the Citadel as a beacon, enticing various organic life forms to inhabit it over the ages. Once these species settled and technologically matured, the harvest would begin.
The Citadel is a trap. The station is actually an enormous mass relay, one that links to dark space, the empty void beyond the galaxy's horizon. When the Citadel relay is activated, the Reapers will pour through, and all you know will be destroyed.
The cycle unfolds as follows. The Vanguard Reaper, responsible for surveilling organic growth, played by the role of Sovereign in our cycle, would be the one to emit a signal to the Citadel. Upon receiving this, the Keepers, like a machine, would be driven by an uncontrollable impulse and activate the Citadel relay, connecting it to the void of dark space.
They mentioned this in the
space
last
just
video.
outside of our galaxy. The Citadel relay would allow the full Reaper force to pour in and start their galactic harvest. However, the Protheans, in their final act of resistance, altered the Citadel's signal, rendering it unrecognizable to the Keepers. Although this alteration was far too late to
One
rescue
great
the Protheans from their
sacrifice.
demise, it marked a significant change in the Keepers. They evolved, adapting their very nature. Though still essentially mindless drones, they no longer posed a threat to the galaxy species, and they really were just the eccentric upkeepers of the Citadel. But this would prompt a reaction from the Reapers. Sovereign, the Vanguard Reaper, turned its attention to the synthetic races like the Geth, envisioning them as a more manageable and loyal substitute. After the devastation of Saren's assault on the Citadel, the Keepers immediately set to work, silently and diligently restoring the colossal station to its former glory. Their meticulous repair efforts even superseded those done by the station's inhabitants, subtly perfecting the hasty patchwork carried out in the aftermath of the attack. Though a lingering question remains: from where do the Keepers procure the materials for their relentless renovation? And still, this answer eludes even the most curious of Citadel residents. And throughout the Reaper invasion of 2186, the Keepers remain seemingly unfazed, adhering to their routine tasks with an uncanny focus, which of course
they'll
is
still
because
just
they have
work.
seen this cycle be carried out countless times, for millions of years. While the galaxy was plunged into chaos, the inhabitants of the Citadel took solace in the predictability of the Keepers. their constant activity being the only sense of stability in this galaxy at war. And during the unexpected assault launched by Cerberus on the Citadel, the previously undisturbed tunnels that the Keepers frequented revealed their strategic value. These hidden paths, intricately winding through the station, provided the perfect avenue of escape for Cerberus forces when their initial attack failed.
Cerberus was right here, but they beat feet into the Keeper tunnels when they figured out we were coming.
The fact that the Keepers' routes could be so easily co-opted for military use led many to ponder the true nature and origin of these passages. With the Citadel captured and repurposed by the relentless Reaper forces, its magnificent form loomed ominously over Earth. The once glorious hub of intergalactic diplomacy was transformed into a grim receptacle for the lifeless bodies of human victims, and the Keepers were repurposed too.
You think they're making a Reaper in here? Oh, sure. They round them up on Earth, then send the people up here to be processed.
Now serving the Reapers in the grotesque task of processing the countless human corpses. This is another example of how they were just tools, an organic body slave to computer-like programming, carrying out any command of those in control of the Citadel. The sight of these once benign and possibly cute custodians partaking in such a macabre duty painted a chilling image of how thoroughly the Reapers could warp the very fabric of the galaxy, molding an entire species into mindless tools. That concludes the breakdown.
Well, they did it with the
behind-the-scenes point I want to make,
to the collectors.
and this will make probably a third of you upset. I know it's not exactly the same, but it's along the line of the synthesis ending playing into the Reaper's hands. From the Za'til AI of a previous cycle, what Sovereign wanted to do with the Geth, and all the other species that we saw turn into husks, they had done it countless cycles ago, literally millions of years ago, altering the unknown original species into the Keepers. There is absolutely no reason to trust the Reapers. Every example they give us throughout all history shows that they are willing to do anything, lie, indoctrinate, or destroy every single threat that gets in their way. In this revision of a reborn new species, a kind of new DNA, a life form that is a synthesis of organic and synthetic, could just be a lie to put everything under the control of the Reapers, turning us all into something like the Keepers. Of course, not exactly the same, but it could just be a new version of their same plan. Let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. Of course, there's lots of specifics we could debate on, but I do come to that conclusion. If you made it this far, please hit that like button. It really is the best way to help me out. Subscribe to see more and check out these other videos, I'm sure you'll like them. But most important of all, remember, when a superior alien intelligence tries to make a deal with you, judge them by their fruits. But for now, I should go.
Okay, so that was a video about the Keepers, the final state of humanity. Yeah, I mean, they just pretty much kept to themselves while just working and doing their diligence here and there. But however, it is crazy to see that like they can easily just go from maintenance and organization to processing human bodies for the Reapers. Well, then again, I think that was their like kind of secret purpose, kind of like, you know, the clones from Star Wars, you know. Their main purpose was to wipe out the Jedi because, you know, that's how they're programmed. However, the cover-up was helping the Jedi. So in a way, that kind of reminds me in a way, if that makes sense. And yeah, I mean, the Keepers, they just do their job. But however, sooner or later, they're going to do what they're originally manipulated for, opening everything up for the Reapers to take over. But this was a really short video, but a really great one. And the next time you guys see me, we're going to be looking into the Krogans. So again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Hit that notification bell so you know when I drop another video. And thank you so much for your support, guys. I really do appreciate it. You guys are amazing, and I really do thank you for that. Thank you, and also shout out to all my members, subscribers, viewers. You guys are the reason why this channel keeps on going and why I'm still cranking out videos, even though I'm in a military setting. It's because of you guys. Thank you. So without anything else, I'll see you guys next time.